Alrighty then, hello everybody, this is Tomboy Gamer XL and welcome to another part of Let's Play Nicole. Okay, let's get right started. First off, I want to apologize for last week not getting a single video out. I've been very productive actually trying to leave the house, and I'd gotten so preoccupied with that I barely actually I actually never got on my account. So, I never posted a video, that's my bad. But here I am, we're gonna do another part. I still don't know much about the game, but we're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna get through this game, we're gonna learn how to play, we're gonna enjoy. Also, I don't know if anyone else has been keeping up with this, but of course you know, this week was E3. It's a very fun week for us gamers. It's the Comic-Con of video games. It was incredibly enjoyable. I didn't really tune into it as much as I promised I would. Sadly enough, I can't go through with things anymore. But I was genuinely enjoyed it. There were a lot of things I heard of. My biggest highlight, well, yeah, I guess I can tell you guys about my highlights and my disappoints. My biggest highlight was, of course, recently, if there's one thing that's sad about the video game world, it's that we usually don't get to see cross-media done very well. Like, video games into movies are usually done awfully. Oh, I ain't got no money. Oh, dang. I only have $6. Crap. Anywho, you usually don't see a good video game being made into a movie, and you usually don't see a good movie or TV show being made into a video game. Well, as you know, in 2014, and it was it's considered one of the top 10 games of 2014, South Park was able to successfully make a pretty good game. It was true to the story, it was true to the show, and I'd always been a South Park fan, truth be told. I don't know what I want to do today. I'd always been a South Park fan, so this game was literally a heaven send. It was sad that the game had to be delayed so often due to THQ swapping the continuous swap of who was holding on to the game and who was developing it, but eventually it came out, and while it didn't have every single thing that it promised or showed in trailers, it was still great to see. I loved it. That game was worth every bit of my life. How about we just dance? Yeah. I don't have money to even dance? It costs $12 to dance. I hate this game sometimes. Anyhow, it was so, as you know, at E3, Ubisoft went ahead and announced with Trey and Matt that there was going to be a sequel to the game. As you know, I literally jumped out of my chair. I was so excited. It was South Park. What is it? South Park: The Fractured Butthole. Sadly enough, to be honest with you, it literally took me 20 minutes to get that joke. I read the title. Well, actually, I read the title first, and I didn't think anything of it. But when I sat down and think, I was just sad that I never got it until then and there. How do you get part-time jobs on this game? I have no idea. That was one of my highlights. Another highlight was I have a lot of consoles. I have my NES, my Wii, I have the Dreamcast somewhere in this house. I have an Xbox 360, a PS3, an Xbox One, a PS2, a PS1, all those consoles, and they take up a lot of room. And it was a really big disappointment when the consoles came out, and this current generation's consoles came out, and we got nothing. Oh, I did my own. Dang, that's a lot of morale. And none of them were backwards compatible, except for except for the Wii U. I keep forgetting. I don't know why. Sorry, Wii U. And that was just like, it threw me off. It really was sad that none of them did that, and knowing good and well that the fans truly desired that. So, job performance. Well, can I get a job? You won't offer me a job, and I have no money. Oh crap, we have a scene. But anyway, let me sum this up in a big thing before I actually read these things. Anywho, as you know, the Xbox One was announced to be backwards compatible. A patch will be coming out in the fall that allows for us to be able to pop our Xbox 360 discs in and go ahead and play any of our Xbox 360 games. That's not only great news because now we can sell our Xbox 360s or get rid of them and make room for more different consoles, but it's also great because now we can truly enjoy what the Xbox One has to offer with some of our favorite games. It really was a great thing for me. As for the disappointments, as you know, Persona is one of my favorite JRPGs. Unfortunately, I'd been waiting for Atlas to shed some light about Persona 5. And unfortunately, all they did was show us an English version of the Japanese trailer that was released in February, if I'm right. Which was a big letdown. It really wasn't that. I didn't watch much after that. From what I've heard, the Nintendo didn't do too good. But I have to look more into that, and I'll update you guys on how I feel about some of that as I go. So let's go ahead and get this over with. Let's go ahead and read this. And sorry if you haven't noticed, I have a stuffy nose. I'm afraid I have something wrong with my sinuses because they're always dripping in the back. Either way. I arrive early to my economics class and smile to myself as I see nearly all the seats are free. There's always something really satisfying about being one of the first people to reach class. Oh, it's not. You get your pick of the seats. You can watch everyone else pile in and silently judge them. I mean, I don't do that. Okay, maybe a little. Oh, Nicole. Such a gossiper. But it's nice to be able to relax and not feel hurried to sit down. That's why I make sure to get to class early as often as possible. I don't want to be stuck in the pre-class traffic jam at the back. Wait, she's telling me she sits in the front? Filthy. I sit in the back. Ugh, ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I take a seat near my usual areas, toward the front and near the center. I want to see everything that my professor is writing on the board, so this is the perfect place to be. Once I get settled and my bag tucked away near my feet, I pull my laptop out to prep for class. I swear, comment below if you actually take your laptops to your classes or your iPads. I took mine once, and honestly, I enjoy using electronics in classes. Yeah, as I was saying, I'm pretty much very impaired. I just love bringing my electronics. Anywho, that was a random deterrent. Okay, it only takes a few moments, not that I expected it to take a while. All I have to do is pull up a blank doc, sit back, then log on to Roller. Comment below if you actually, when you take your electronics to class, you surf the web. I only do that in classes where I know I don't need to pay attention, like my creative writing and my theology class. I will literally Google things just to be Googling them, because my theology class turns into debate class all the time. It was so annoying. But since I'm gonna miss it though. I'll miss it because I graduated recently, and I'm gonna probably miss that because it was literally the only time in school where I could literally take out and work on a paper or homework and no one cared. Okay, I don't have anything better to do, so it won't hurt. I scroll down, admiring different pictures of clothes, and sceneries when I suddenly reach a photo set that makes me want to groan. It's just a bunch of different pictures of Wonder Man put together, like totally harmless on their own. But it reminds me of that run-in I had with that one guy. What was his name? Kurt Majory? Ah, Kurt. Ah, you sweet man. I haven't seen you since we began. Which is sad, because I swear to God, I may not be doing this right. And I hate for this gameplay to literally be that awful. Just because I don't know what's going on. Or if I'm clicking these things wrong. Or not focusing. Which is most likely what's happening. Let's move on. I asked Chandra about him when I finally got her shoes to her that day. He wasn't lying when he said he was the quarterback, or when he claimed to be a freshman just like me. Did you assume he was lying? I guess you assumed he was lying. Although, let's be frank, he wouldn't lie. Why would he lie?
Lies! The filthy earth boy lies!
I don't know if I want here to be with him or that Darren guy, but I haven't met Darren, so I don't know what to do with that. I think there might be like a special requisite to do that. They call him some kind of football star, like a football prodigy even. At least that's what the other girls on Chandra's cheerleading team said. Kurt's apparently really popular in those athletic circles. That's cool and all, but it still doesn't make me like him. He was totally out of line when he was talking to me, and if I see him again, it'll be too soon. Better get off that, because we may romance him. Crap, I got myself worked up. I turned back to Roller in hopes that it'll settle me down, and it slowly works. More people start showing up to class as I web surf, and I briefly take notice before returning to my laptop screen. That is, until I see him. That's the beautiful thing. The minute this is beautiful. I just was flaming about him. Now he pops up. Anime cliche number 1. I see Kurt freaking Madry waltz into the classroom, and my heart plummets in my chest faster than an anvil off a cliff. I pray that he's only lost or something. Please be lost. Please don't be in the same econ class as me. Is that what people call it? Econ? Or maybe I'm just putting too much emphasis on the E. Economics class. We'll just say that. Either way, I hunch forward to try and shield my face from view with my laptop screen. But let's face it, that's a lame disguise. And lame disguises never work. Whoa, 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 whoa! Snake's disguise in Metal Gear is lame, but it works. Well. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Heart-wrenching, but beautiful. I can hear Kurt chuckle gloatingly to himself. Why is he even doing that? It's not like there's a prize for spotting me in this empty row. You're in econ class too, Grave? Crap. I sigh. Unfortunately, I swear, this game really does put emphasis on the idea of being a visual novel. So much detail, and I swear Magical Diary isn't like that. I haven't even finished it, and it's nowhere near as detailed as this game is. It must just be my lucky year, then. I can't believe this. How could I not have known? Shouldn't I have vaguely recognized him when we first met? That's actually a big point, though if you're anything like me, you're very oblivious to the very obvious. I didn't know you were in this class either. Where do you usually sit? Oh, today's my first time attending. Oh, good. Whew. We're not senile yet. Is that a bad joke? Nah, completely serious. Just didn't feel like it, you know? Figured I wouldn't have to. Did you know there was a test coming up, like, soon? Which is why I started coming to class. Kurt points to his head as if it should have been obvious. He had thought this out, and I can only stare at him, dumbfounded by his logic. I don't know what to say. You could invite me to take a seat. No. Oh. I'm so adamant about this, it's not even funny. Go sit in the back like all the other losers. Hey, Kurt Madry isn't a loser. He's a damn winner. Besides, I don't see anyone else sitting here. With a smug grin, he takes a seat right next to me. And I don't bother arguing at this point. It's not worth causing a scene to make him move. I'll just ignore him when the teacher starts talking. And it'll be fine. I can do this. However, the moment I catch him glancing at my screen, I shoot him a glare. It's not that I'm particularly embarrassed of anything I have on screen. For now. But it's just annoying. Oh no, he's on to me. He's seen the Yowie collection. Duck and roll. Up them chairs, down them stairs.
Do a barrel roll.
Don't do that. Do what? Look at my screen while I'm doing stuff. It's creepy. Kurt makes it a point to keep his position. He smirks at me, starts drumming his fingers against the table as if waiting for me to continue with what I was doing. Go on. I just stare at him. He keeps drumming those fingers. We have reached a stalemate.
It would seem we have reached an impasse.
You know, you seriously suck. Nah, Grave, I think you'll find that I rule. I don't have a chance to retort. Our economics professor enters the classroom and places a briefcase on the table at the head of the class. Man, I have never been as happy to see the teacher as I am now. I click out of my browser as class begins and focus on my teacher as he begins to lecture. This guy explains a lot, so he tends to rush. I have to keep on my game if I want to understand what he's saying. Oh god, I hate teachers that do that. I mean, I have no problem actually keeping up with the lecture, but I swear, it means I can't take and, like, doodle. I need to be able to doodle. It's the only way I can concentrate. But as the lecture proceeds, it's hard not to notice Kurt next to me. The guy has a notebook and a pen out, but it's like he's not paying attention at all. Well, okay, that's kind of too mean to say. He does look like he's trying. He's writing after our teacher talks, and I can see a few lines of the page are scratched in with notes. But he's definitely having a hard time keeping up. Well, if Kurt claimed class, he would have known how fast this teacher talks.
All of them are.
Still, I do feel bad for him. A little. Alright, a lot. Sometimes I think I'm way too nice for my own good. Dude, you literally called out the fact that somebody didn't have tact. You also have been literally douchebagging on this guy Kurt. And to be honest with you, we have completely ignored one bachelor on this game. We've completely ignored him. Albeit not intentional, but that is a jerk move nonetheless. So we are not nice. We're not but nice by any means. Class ends and I silently sigh in relief. That wasn't too bad. I got most of the material down and I actually understood it. What is this, math class? If so, this is serious hating now. Kurt, however, doesn't look like he had the same luck. He leans back in the chair and I can hear him tiredly groan under his breath. Everything okay? I'm hating myself for taking this class. I didn't know it'd be this damn hard. Oh, my friend, this is an economics class. It's nothing but mathematics. Why do you think this would be easy? Why must life be so hard? You think managing my funds is easy? In fact, it is not. Because I imagine when I start actually making income, I'm going to literally be destroying people because I'll be like, I see 2 pennies off. What do you think this is? Which is why I don't belong in an economics class, because I'll flip some tables over and just give up on life when I figure out the way the world works. Just try showing up more. Maybe you'll actually learn something that way. I take on a tone of lighthearted teasing, but Kurt looks very unamused. Geez, it was just a joke. Well, I didn't find it very funny, Grave. What is this? It'll make me backhand you with a notebook. Kurt slams his notebook closed and reaches under the table to pull his backpack out. Do you, need this class? What are you thinking for your major? I don't know. Business? Why is it every athlete always decides that their major is business? Just because they think that they can focus on their athletics. Oh, God. He says it so non-committedly that I wonder if he just thought of that right now. Oh, then yeah, you definitely need this class. I'm only taking it for the GE requirement. I'm actually thinking of majoring in law. Law, huh? Didn't peg you at the type. The type? You better not say that I don't look smart. I've had enough of that crap back in the high school. The law type. When you think of someone going into law, you think tight suits. What did I just say? Tight suits and turn noses and stuff. But you're not like that. For one thing, you're way too sizzling, though. This man is killing me. I bet you'd pull off a sexy librarian look real well. And you say I tell awful jokes. Being completely serious here, but whatever. What about me? Kurt does that thing where he gestures at him like I should be honored to bask in his glory. Can you imagine this fine specimen of a man going into business? Trust me, I can rock a suit. Got the prom pictures to prove it. This man is slowly winning my heart. Slowly. But hilariously. I love this guy now. He has now gotten 5 relationship points for now. I'll pass on the pics, thanks. But you in business? I take a moment to imagine it. Can I really see Kurt doing well in the business world? Sure, I guess. I don't know. Keep calm. That's way too funny. That's a douche move. We all know he doesn't belong in business, but he just obviously said that he feels like he should be in business. I can't lie. I will not tell a lie. I don't know. I hesitate and hum tentatively. I'm not so sure if Kurt will like what I'm going to say. I don't know if I could see you really doing business. You don't seem that into it. Maybe like a famous football player instead? Yeah, but business. Businessman. I don't expect Kurt to like what I'm saying, but for some reason he seemed excited by my words. Hooray! Relationship points.
Mathematical!
You really think I could be a famous football player? I blink a few times, taken off guard by his seemingly positive reaction. I pictured him reacting a lot differently to my honesty. Yeah, I can. You're supposed to be our school's quarterback, right? I figured you're in that somehow. It's not like I've seen you play, though. I'm only going by what I've heard. I'll have to take you out to one of our games, Grave. Send those doubts to rest. That's it. He's won. He gets the crown. He gets the crown now. No, thank you. I'm not into the athletic scene. And now you wonder why she's a business type. You're missing out. I love it. Grew up on it, actually. Kurt became as beams as he starts going into his story. Oh god, no. Started playing football when I was just a kid, around the age of 9 or 8. Did I switch those numbers? I certainly did. I totally dominated the touch football league, and just made my way up from there. I got into school through an athletic scholarship. Scouts came to one of my big games, saw me rock the field, and the rest is history. Kurt waggles his eyebrow at me. You impressed yet, Grave? Okay, Grave's not, but TGXL is definitely giving, like, maybe 4 thumbs up. And yes, 4 thumbs are possible. I ignored his question. There's something I don't understand. Wait, so do you like playing football? Like it? Love it. The feeling you get when you're running down that field, your eyes zero in on the ball, you get your hands in position. Kurt mimes the action like someone just threw a pass from the other side of the classroom. It's friggin' awesome, gets you way pumped, and I can't get enough of it. Then why go into business? Kurt's the one who's surprised now. He looks at me like he didn't understand what I just said, and I repeat myself. Why business? Why business? If you love football so much, you're obviously really into it. Why not stick to it? There's a beat, and Kurt glances away to scratch the backside of his head. Going pro is tough. At least that's what I've heard. You gotta keep your body in shape, and one single bad injury can end your whole career. Besides, my dad's big on business. Once I graduate, he can just hook me up with a job in one of his companies somewhere else. I guess that's a good idea, considering he's pretty much saying business is his backup plan. It's the only thing he can do if it's the only thing he can do if he can't get into the big leagues. Is that really his reasoning? I don't know if his dad really is some big hotshot businessman, but if he is, wow, spoiled much, Kirk? That's a Kurt. Kurt suddenly looks around as if remembering where we are. The whole class is empty. We've seriously just been sitting here talking the whole time. Where's the professor? Whoa, this place is deserted. I guess I got caught up in the conversation to notice. It's surprisingly the truth, and Kurt seems oddly pleased by it. It's the Madry charm. Girls get a taste of it, and they're hooked. Kurt leans in, eyeing me like a predator looking locked onto a tasty-looking morsel of meat. Of course, you're free to taste whenever. Don't you dare finish that sentence, or I'll hit you right in your Madry charms. I pointed my shoulder back to show I mean business, and Kurt laughs, his hands raised, palms outward. Chill out, Grave. You'll ruin your face if you get angry like that. Huh. He rises from his seat and slings his backpack over one shoulder before waving me off with a raise of his hand. I'm gonna jet now. Gotta get ready for team practice. Later, Grave. Yeah, bye. I won't even look at him as he leaves the classroom all alone. Kurt is annoying. I can't deny that, but I think I kind of get how he ticks. It was interesting to hear about him, if I'm going to tell the truth. However, he's still a pig. To think I was ever going to offer to lend my notes. I figured that's where she was going with that. But here's why she's going to be... I don't think he's really a pig. He's not exactly a douche. I've seen douchebag. And that really wasn't it. Holy crap, I feel like this recording is longer than it needs to be. So at the end of the day, we're going to go ahead and not spend our money since our money is so bluntly taken. Oh my god, how much money am I losing? Socialize with people. My friends are the best. They always know how to make me laugh. Okay, it's the end of day 12. I don't even know if we've gone through days. So here's our practice. And we're somewhere. Yeah, somewhere. And we are at 10%. I think we need to be at 100. So we're 1/10 of the way. I can rejoice and live with that. I'm gonna go ahead and save that. So I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Yeah. So this has been ow, god, I'm itchy. Okay. So yeah, I would like to get form the question of the play today, and I guess it's, what did you think of E3? I personally enjoyed it. It was really interesting to see some of the games that I've been looking forward to, and to just hear updates, especially from the ones who had, I'm being repetitive, aren't I? Anywho, tell me what you thought of E3. What was your disappointment? What was your highlight? And with that, we'll end this gameplay. I'm TGXL. Stay healthy.